Bitch, you know that I really don't give a fuck. When it comes to that bread, I can't get enough. When I see the law, I put both middle fingers up. I'm gon' always be good, cause in God I trust. When it starts, she can't stop the rain. I get high just to take away the pain. I switch it up cause I can't do the same. If you on that fuck shit, we are not the same, man.
If you on that fuck shit, we are not the same. I be on that real shit and I ain't bout to change. I am from a corner where I rock the thing. This is not a pistol, this shit here can stop a train. Fucking right, that hoe so large ain't even got a aim. The slightest disrespect, I'ma slap the shit out your man. I don't go for that sucker shit, cause I am not a lame. Use your bottom row of teeth, fucking with me, it's not a game. Look, all I need is 10 pounds to leave me the fuck alone. I be so high sometime I forget what the fuck I'm on. Bitches blow my high sometime, I wish I could fuck alone. Y'all wasn't with me when I was down, that's why I'm up alone. I don't really care if you hate or love my fucking song. And I'ma be an asshole till I'm fucking gone. I'm tired as hell just from walking around my fucking home, cause the shit's so big.
Bitch, you know that I really don't give a fuck. When it comes to that bread, I can't get enough. When I see the law, I put both middle fingers up. I'm gon' always be good, cause in God I trust. When it starts, she can't stop the rain. I get high just to take away the pain. I switch it up cause I can't do the same. If you on that fuck shit, we are not the same, man. Miss me with that hoe shit, bitch, I love the toe shit. One whole clip, a lift a nigga soul like a forklift. Gotta get it by any means. Where I'm from, I'm a king. No love for my enemies. Cross me, pay the penalty. Solid nigga, if you got love for me, then I'm riding with you. Fly like in a Continental. Lord forgive me, I'm a sinner, no pretender. If the laws pull me over, I won't surrender. Couldn't let them catch me cause I had something stuffed in the fender. Niggas be switching up, most people ain't who you thought they was. Niggas running off on them when they supposed to protect the plug. Try to put your hands on my cash and drop back a nub. Haters keep my name in their mouth, but I don't give a fuck. Bitch, you know that I really don't give a fuck. When it comes to that bread, I can't get enough. When I see the law, I put both middle fingers up. I'm gon' always be good, cause in God I trust. When it starts, she can't stop the rain. I get high just to take away the pain. I switch it up cause I can't do the same. If you on that fuck shit, we are not the same, man. At the tilly blowing marijuana. Man, I stay away from the drama. With this chick that's a freak like Madonna. And we going in until the sun come up. Let's exchange fuck faces. We gon' fuck like we in love, baby. In love, baby. My sex game will make you go crazy. Go crazy, you gon' feel it in your soul, baby. Your soul, baby. I just wanna be inside you. Nobody gon' fuck you like I do. It's going down once I slide my pride through. Yeah. Girl, you know that you my motherfucking baby. Kept it 100, girl, you never actin' shady. That's why I love her, cause she never tried to play me. She kept it real with me, so I spoil her daily. All them hoes in VS, we got that good love. At Manhattan in New York, getting fucked up. At the mall with them bands, we gon' run it up. I love fucking with you, girl, cause you know what's up. That mine, I'ma gon' claim that dime. I'ma gon' hold that down. Yeah, she worth my time. I'm in love with your daughter. She treat me good, I'm a spoiler. I'ma love her like a father. Taking trips across the water. First class, we do it right. Flying like Vince Carter. After hours, room service. Yeah, that's how we are. We don't leave that room. We been fucking up that bed. She says she can't feel her legs. Then we sleep like we dead. At the tilly blowing marijuana. Man, I stay away from the drama. With this chick that's a freak like Madonna.
What's going down, baby? It's your boy Clifton Simmons. Tune in every Monday night with Late Nights with All Access, baby.
It's your boy AJ Rivas. Tune in every Monday night.
Tune in every Monday night.
Every Monday night.
Every Monday for
Late Nights with All Access.
And this King Tiz in the building. Tune in every Monday
night to Late Night with All Access. Let's get it.
You already know.
Every Monday night.
Hey guys, it's Natasha. It's your girl Nat Boogie. Make sure that you tune in every Monday night, every single Monday night to Late Nights with All Access.
Hold up, big baby.
And we are back here with Late Nights with All Access, episode 255. 255 over here at Smoke Skybar. We're actually on the top, the very, very top of the venue.
Yep.
And it's very beautiful with our good friend over here, Norman. So thank you for being part of our show tonight.
Always, MikeAnthony. I always will support anything you're doing.
Yes, sir.
He's a big part of everything that goes on in San Antonio. He brings a lot of festivities and stuff to San Antonio, so I appreciate that.
You know what? I think we've known each other for now, like
10? About 10 years at least.
I know. It's amazing to see the growth of what you've done too as well with the city, you know? Really highly respected from many people. So,
I appreciate that. But you know, and I think you would agree when I say this, you're only as good as the people that you surround yourself with.
Amen to that.
And I am so blessed to be surrounded with guys like Adrian and Chris and Stephanie and Tony and Rick, and the list goes on and on and on. So it's super exciting for me to announce. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready for it. Go ahead and announce it.
For it.
Announce it.
I'm not sure the energy level is high enough. I'm not sure. Okay, now it is. This Saturday. Grand opening here at Skybar.
Grand opening.
This Saturday. So you guys need to make your plans because we are going to have lots of giveaways. Definitely follow all of our Facebook posts as well as our Instagram, TikTok. We're going to have a lot of exciting news coming up, guys. And again, this Saturday, after years of hard work, Skybar is officially going to be open. And when I say Skybar, I mean all 4 phases. Because as you know, MikeAnthony, there's Skybar, where we're in right now.
Yep.
There's the upstairs mezzanine, which is right behind us.
Yes, right behind us.
Which is basically an upstairs deck area that overlooks the beautiful skyline of San Antonio. And then, of course, downstairs we have the sports bar. Directly behind the sports bar, we have Ash Ultra Lounge. And so, yeah, we're talking about 16,000 square feet of entertainment. So that's super exciting for us.
You know, it's exciting to see all of this come to life, you know, and you and the whole entire Smoke team just worked your asses off. But before we get more into the grand opening and events that y'all putting together, for everyone that's watching, please make sure to tag your Monday Night Squad, because we do have some hot topics to talk about real quick, especially what happened over the weekend, you know?
A lot of things happened over the weekend.
So let's just like kind of dive into it, and let's talk about Trump, you know? Assassination, was it planned? Was it an inside job? What are your thoughts? I mean, first and foremost, I don't care what side you're on, no one deserves to die. No one deserves to be assassinated, you know? We just were talking about that prior before we got on here. And, you know, Norm and I, for those that don't know, we don't always see eye to eye when it comes to politics.
That's right.
But, I mean, we all can agree that this is, I mean, anybody that's promoting, like, he should be murdered, that's just wrong.
Absolutely wrong. And just to kind of elaborate on what Mike and I have a lot of respect for each other. And he does lean more right and I do lean more left.
Yes.
But, see, that is a perfect example of how people can sit next to each other. Have a cordial conversation.
Yes.
We're not going to insult each other.
Nope.
We agree that nobody should be killed for their political beliefs. It's just crazy that we even have to say that out loud, right? So we need to get to a point, I think, in America where we have discussions on what we agree on.
Yes.
Like, let's not always focus on all our disagreements.
Yes.
It's easy to do that. Let's use our marriages, right? My wife is just off camera. If I were to come home and look at all the things that we differ, we fight all the time.
Absolutely.
Because we aren't the same person, right?
Correct.
But we have to come to a point where...
She's looking at you. She's like, say something stupid. She's like, say something stupid. How's your playing?
Yeah. We have children.
Yes.
We have family. We have mutual things that we want to discuss. So I hope that America in general can get to a point where we can talk about what we have in common rather than what we have.
I like that, because I think that we would get ahead more on the similarities or the same beliefs or the same things that we want in our lives. Because if you break it down, I think everybody in the USA would agree on what they want to happen or see together compared to being so much different. Yes, we're all different, but it's regardless of political views. At the end of the day, Donald Trump, prayers to you and your entire family. No one deserves that. Prayers to the family that lost
absolutely
the husband that shielded his daughter and wife. It's sad to see that happens, and in all these conspiracy theories that I heard it all. I'm sure you heard it all too, right?
Everything.
It's just crazy how people think. Regardless of what you think, someone could have been like our president or our former president could have been dead. You know? And that's sad.
And on a bigger kind of level, from a global level, I mean, it makes you wonder, what are other countries, not that we really care.
No,
but
we
are the
do
global
care,
leader,
yes.
right? So
it makes it look like we don't have our shit together.
We look like a third world country, right? Like, this is stuff that happens in other countries. I'm not going to use the country example, but
right.
I think...
Don't get us canceled.
Right. I wasn't going to do that. Okay. But security, the Secret Service, I think, failed tremendously there. I think that's a whole nother topic in itself.
Is.
Like, why weren't you guys manning that building? Why weren't you guys there? And I think the story is that they had kind of let the local police department take care of that building.
Yeah.
But you're talking about the ex-president of the United States. Why would you allow a local police department to have that much of a responsibility?
What's really surprising is that it just glazed him. Like, imagine if he didn't turn his neck, Imagine if he didn't turn.
Right.
I mean, he clearly turned and it glazed him, and then he felt it and drops.
Yes.
And they took forever just to cover him.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story, right?
It took forever to cover him. I'm just like, wow.
And then to get him off the stage.
Yes.
There's got to be a good 30 seconds. And this is what I say. God forbid, if there had been more than one person engaging.
Yes.
Right? Then what happens? Because you didn't get him off the stage fast enough. You didn't move him into that vehicle fast enough. You allowed him to do the pump.
Yep.
And I get that. I get, he's adrenaline. I get why he's doing it. But the Secret Service needs to take control at that point and say, Mr. President, your life is in danger. You need to go with us. Forget your shoes. Right. Leave the shoes, because there's a part of the shoes where he's saying, hold on, let me get my shoes.
I didn't see that.
There's a part of there where you say, hold on, let me get my shoes.
Wow.
Anyways, what I'm saying is that they need to take control of that, put the ex-president in a safe position as soon as possible.
I think after that, I saw 50 Cent trend. Many men, his song. So if Donald Trump's face was on the body of 50 Cent,
I see.
And the Many Men song came on, and I saw that trending everywhere. I was just like, wow, this is crazy. And even 50 Cent on his Instagram was talking about it too. He actually posted about it. So and kind of piggyback off of 50 Cent. Again, for those that are watching, we're not going to touch too much onto Donald Trump, but again, we both agree that it was wrong. If anybody was, promoting that he should have been murdered. But another thing,
on you.
I know, right? Another thing that happened over the weekend was Eminem dropped a new album, The Death of Slim Shady. And I was actually talking to AJ. Shout out to AJ. Shout out to John, making sure that we sound and look good. And I skimmed through it a little bit.
Yes.
I was like, I'm not feeling it. But then I follow Eminem on Instagram, and he posted saying you gotta listen to every song in order because he's telling a story.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow. Like, I actually took the time because I was up late doing some laundry, and I was, while I'm doing my laundry, I was looking at the lyrics, listening to the song, and I give it a 9 out of 10.
Wow. I've only heard maybe 2 songs, if I'm being completely honest.
Yes.
But the 2 songs I heard are just fantastic. He comes, and I think we hit on this a little bit too. There's a little bit of craziness in there.
Shoots. Yeah, if you're not a true Slim Shady fan and you're listening to the first time, you will be offended. Like, I'm going to be straightforward. You will be offended. And I think people just need to understand where he's coming from the 90s, as we talked about when we were walking outside. People need to understand the way he changed, In the 90s, I feel we didn't live in such a sensitive world like we do live in now.
That's right.
I mean, like, you think about the 90s, I mean, like, I feel like that was like the attitude era, like kind of take away from wrestling, you know, but yes, you know what I mean? There you go, 2 words. Suck it.
Hey, we get so much trouble back in the day for doing that.
But, you know, and I feel like today you have to be very careful what you say.
You do.
So Slim Shady's album, it touches on a lot of things, and he says a lot of words, and I don't want to repeat them because I don't want to say something that someone may get offended for me just repeating something that someone else says.
Yes.
So I'm learning nowadays is that I didn't realize how sensitive we have people that can have open conversations about stuff like this, which is crazy because I think that these are conversations that we should have based on growth and based on understanding one another.
It is. And I think a lot of times when things come out like that, it depends on the individual and the context in which it's being used.
Yes, very true. I will agree with that.
Right. So if I'm repeating something that someone said and they happen to say the N-word, and I'm simply reading what they said, I am not personally using that word. I'm quoting somebody.
Yep.
So you have to kind of keep that in context. But even then, it could be offensive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
no, yeah.
You know,
it can
I'm going
be.
to tell you my age. I'm 50, right? So I grew up with things like the Jeffersons,
Yeah.
Archie Bunker,
Yeah.
Good Times. Are you kidding me, guys? Like, go back and listen to what they were saying on those things, guys. It was crazy. So I think, to your point, we've overcorrected.
Yes.
I think we've overcorrected a little bit. And I think we're hopefully can bring that back to the center. I think Eminem does a really good point of trying to get canceled because that's his niche. Trying to say the most offensive thing to get a rise out of you because he doesn't care. He doesn't need your money. He's super wealthy. He's trying to make a point like, hey, guys, it's America.
Yep.
I can say whatever I want. Yes, you can be offended, but that's not going to change how I feel, right? Like, and how I move.
It's just he's a genius when it comes to writing. So again, the album, you have to listen from first song to the next and he's battling himself, and it's just genius on how he did it.
Right.
You know, it's just mind-blowing that someone's that talented to put words together, the wordsmith, you know, of it, and it's just a great album. If you're an Eminem fan, I would say listen to it and enjoy. You know.
And so we're talking about music. Just
yes,
I want to
music.
get your
go ahead.
thought on the Kendrick Lamar beef with Drake.
You know what? A lot of people ask me
Have you
about
talked
that.
about that at all?
And we did. We talked about it briefly. Not. We didn't really go into it, but I feel. Well, actually, what are you going to say about it?
No. I was just going to say I actually watched it live, not knowing what was going when he was doing this. He did the. Not Like Us 6 times in a row. And I was like, to me, I thought he did something so great for his community by bringing all those people on there.
Then he had the Bloods, the Crips. He had everyone together. You know, that's something that a Nipsey Hussle would have done, I think.
Right.
And the beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, regardless of what side you pick, they both went out of place when they brought in children. You know, when you start bringing family into the songs, I think that's like, okay, you cross the line. So and lyrically, Kendrick Lamar murdered him. You know, he did. And Drake's issue is I didn't like one of his songs where he had the AI of Tupac and the AI of Snoop Dogg. It's like Snoop Dogg's alive. Like, why would you even have an AI for Snoop when he's alive still? And why didn't you not get permission for it? So it's I think at the end of the day, Drake's still gonna be Drake. Like, he's still gonna come over here to San Antonio if he wanted to, and it's gonna be a sold out arena. Anywhere he goes. I mean, regardless of people saying, oh, they don't like Drake. Drake don't care, just like Eminem, you know? Like, they're still going to make their bag. They're still going to make their money. I mean, Drake, on his defense, he has all the women that like his songs. And if women like the songs, who follows women, man?
I thought it was the biggest rap beef since Tupac and Biggie. Now, if you remember that was like serious.
No,
beef.
that was serious.
No joke, guys.
No,
This is a little not as serious
because you have one artist that's not a thug, or one artist that's not a rapper. You know, you have Drake is not a rapper, he's more of a lover. You know, but you have Kendrick Lamar that you know, he
He's
is a
from
rapper.
Compton.
Yes, and he's from Compton. So you don't play with that.
You don't play with that.
And you know what? I like the rap beef. I always like it. I think just keep it in between. You know, you two artists. Don't bring family involved.
It does. I thought at least for temporary, it helps the rap world. I think
It does. It made people engage. Like, oh shit, he dropped another one.
Right.
He dropped another one, and then they're waiting for Drake, and then they're waiting for that. Yes. I mean, it's great for the community. You know,
it's great for the rap world.
I think in Eminem's album, he'd make some certain diss. You know, he made a diss to Diddy. He made a diss for a couple other people. I don't want to give away too many, but like I think that's healthy in a way, in a sense to where I want to see people kind of beef against each other.
In all fairness, everyone's kind of coming after Diddy. At this point.
I know. That's a whole different topic.
That's a whole other topic. We
That
want
is
to keep
crazy.
this rated PG for you lovely folks out there, so we're not gonna go there. No Diddy.
No, but like again, it's just also on a sadder note, we had some celebrities that passed away. You know, Richard Simmons passed away. 90210 star Shannon Doherty.
Yeah.
She passed away. It's just crazy, you know, like we see these stars, they get older, and we grew up watching them. So condolences to their families. It's just crazy how life is, you know.
It is, and as a matter of fact, I just lost a good friend of mine. That
condolences to you and your family.
He was 49 years old. Grew up with each other. He had a massive heart attack.
Wow.
So yeah, it just reminds you how short life is and how at any moment anything can happen. So, you know, guys, tell the people you love them.
Show your flowers when you can, you know. Give them flowers, you know.
This guy loves
No, I love you too, man. It just man, we live in a world that, well, you know, you get older, you start realizing your time. So you start realizing who you want to spend your time with, who you want to talk to, and you know, you really do got to say I love you and show love and show respect to the people that you admire and whatnot.
That's right.
You just never know in your last conversation.
Speaking of having a good time, this guy always knows how to throw a party and have a good time. When is the next festival you're doing
The
here?
next festival here at Smoke Skybar is going to be on September 28th, and it is the 5th annual San Antonio Brunch Festival. It's going to be the VIP brunch, the ultimate VIP brunch experience. So basically, right now, everyone is just VIP. So we're not doing any general admission, but we're making sure that everyone has the experience of the VIP to where they get to experience all this what we're in front of right now. And you know, you're gonna have over 30 plus vendors. Majority of the vendors will be brunch restaurants and top chefs, and they're gonna be serving their favorite brunch bites to you all. And you know, it's gonna be a fun event. We haven't announced our band, but the band is gonna be catering towards the throwback theme of the 90s and the early 2000s. And it's not just R&B and hip hop; it's all the hits in the '90s, all the hits in the early 2000s. So and also there's going to be hookah available. Of course, Smoke's going to be providing drinks. So it's just going to be a lot of fun. If you haven't been to one, I encourage you to be to this one.
Have you had all 5 of them here at Smoke?
Yeah, Smoke. Yeah,
Smoke has been a part of all 5
since day one.
At the other location and then now here.
So Adrian, shout out to Adrian Martinez because him and I have been friends for over like 15 years, and we've done so many events together. And when I pitched him the idea of the Brunch Fest, it was 2 months prior to the first one when we did the first one, and he's like, "Let's do it." And I was like, "All right, cool." And I'm very blessed that I have a best friend that owns one of the best brunch restaurants, John Vale with Alamo Biscuit Company, because I was able to pick up the phone and call him and just say, "Hey, you're going to participate in my brunch fest." I didn't ask him. I said, "You're going to participate." He said, "Okay." And then because of that relationship and because of him saying yes and me making the announcement saying Alamo Biscuit Company is participating in the brunch festival, it opened the doors for all the other restaurants to want to be part of it too as well.
Well, and that's important, right? Because I think you do a really good job of networking. I think it's not who you are, but who you know. So with Mike, you obviously know a lot of people. So when it comes time to do these festivals, you just kind of reach out to your resources.
Yep.
Hey, come and help me. Because it's a mutual beneficial thing, right?
It is a beneficial. You mean, like, you think about it, Smoke, what they get out of it is new clientele, new demographic that may not come on here on a weekend, you know, and then it gives them the ideal of, should I do my own event? So if Smoke has something here to where I encourage anyone and everyone to reach out to Norman or reach out to Lauren, reach out to someone here and book your events, because they work with you. They don't work against you. A lot of the venues here in San Antonio, and I will say this publicly, a lot of venues here in San Antonio don't take care of the organizers or the promoters. So therefore it's hard for anyone to do any kind of events.
Right.
So I would recommend, if you have an event, pick Smoke Skybar as your first option always.
Always. And listen, if you guys want to go to other places and compare us to them, please do. I always say that, for example, our food sells itself. The venue sells itself. Go check out whatever venues and come check it out. We have, I think it's called Mad Media.
Okay.
We have Mad Media coming on Thursday.
Mad Media. Okay.
Mad Media on Thursday.
Share a little bit about that information.
Mad Media is going to be here Thursday. It's about 200 people, and it's basically a networking event.
Okay.
With local influencers, models, podcasters.
There you go.
Stuff like that. So that's happening on Thursday. But I bring this up because they had gone to at least 2 other locations, and they just weren't getting the love. They asked them, hey, can we have like microphones to do whatever we need to do? And they're like, no. Can we have this? They're like, no. And I just don't understand why you're going to turn away 200 people. I'm bending over backwards to get that business.
Mm-hmm.
But that just goes to show you that I've been doing this for a long time. 22 years. I ran the Midnight Rodeo Wild West Corporation as a, assistant manager, general manager, all the way up, whatever. And so you quickly learn that if you don't take care of the people, if you don't show great customer service, which, by the way, is a lost art, they will go somewhere else.
Yeah, they will. But I think you and I look at people and we value them as, and this is something that maybe someone needs to hear. When you look at someone, you have to look at them like $100 or more. Like you value them for who they are, and I mean this in a business mindset, because if you look at them and you say, oh, I don't need that, then you never know that one person's away from changing your world. Because we're one person away that can actually change something or benefit us or improve something or help us, with something. And I see that nowadays, to where it's sad that if Mad Media try to reach out to other venues and it said no, it's sad because they're gonna miss out on an opportunity to where they could have gained more business, someone within the 200 people. Right. And we go back to the festivals. And that's the whole idea of the festivals. The venue, Smoke, gets to be able to have other business owners in here. And in those business owners, if they want to do a corporate party, hey, now they know about Smoke. Right. So, and it builds the relationship with Adrian and the team to these other owners, to where you don't have to compete. We have 1.5 million people in San Antonio and surrounding areas. So there's a lot of room for all of us. Yeah. It's just that you have to look at things differently and understand that collaborations always are best ways to win. So
absolutely, and I think we've had a good relationship with Mike with all the. How many different festivals do you do here?
Ooh, right now at this moment we had the Sweets and Sugar Festival, we had the Margarita Festival, we have the Brunch Festival. So those 3 this year. Next year we're gonna add the Barbecue Festival. We're going to add the Mexican Candy Festival, and we're going to add the Chicken Wing Festival. So
I thought I saw a hemp or something like that.
The hemp and reggae as another location. Okay. But I might talk to Adrian about it and bring it over here. So
yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, there's going to be in total, there's going to be 10 festivals launched, and the team is ready. John, AJ, and myself. Last week we started shooting for our commercial and promotional video to launch our All Access Season Pass. So everyone that has been loyal to our festivals now are going to have an opportunity to get a season pass. Wow. To where they get all access VIP to all the festivals at a low monthly rate of $17, $24, or $48. And you save hundreds and hundreds of dollars, because our average ticket for a VIP is anywhere between $75 or $150 or higher. Right. So let's just say $100, right? So if someone was really loyal and they were paying $100 for each festival, that's almost $1,000 annually. Yep. But if you did $48 a month, you're saving hundreds of dollars.
And not to mention, you give them special stuff too, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's going to be a lot of perks. So the first 100 people that are registered, we're going to give away a free trip to Vegas.
Woo!
So we're going all out on this. Like, this is going to be a game changer. It really is. And also, it's so funny because a lot of the vendors, they say, hey, MikeAnthony, can you do something for us? I said, you already know. I'm gonna do something for y'all too as well.
Yeah.
So it's and also if anyone's doing any events, you want to reach out to me, I'll give you free game. I have always helped everyone just give you free game because I want to see the city, do more for us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, San Antonio, say what you want about it, but we are really like a small town.
Yeah.
It's like everyone knows everyone around here. And
small, big city.
It is. I lived in Houston for a long time. It's not even close. It's just not even close. Like I
think San Antonio, and we've said this before, is sleepy San Antonio. We're slow. We're behind on everything,
But I kind of like that in a way. There's a part of me that kind of likes the slow pace of San Antonio. It's more of a family-oriented city.
Yeah, it is.
And I appreciate it as a family man.
No, it really is. And people have to understand that part, because I've seen people move from San Antonio to go to Houston or Dallas or Austin because they're like, oh, it's a better nightlife or it's a better this and that. And I get that, but we all get old at one point in life. And, for me, last year, I stopped promoting for a whole entire year and became a talent buyer and actually started investing into bringing artists and DJs. And I actually shifted everything from being at the club every weekend to building the festivals. So as we get older, our minds change of like, do we really want to party so much every weekend?
Right.
Unless you do it as a career, then that's a different story.
That's good. So that brings up a good point because you're doing a sober 5K run.
Yes.
I want to talk about sobriety for just a minute because there's someone who's really inspiring me by the name of Jerry DeLeon.
Okay.
Jerry DeLeon is a country western singer, and for months, and he won't be mad at me because this is on video. For months, he was famous for shotgunning Texas or what are those teas? The teas, I forgot. The
iced tea or the twisted tea?
Twisted tea, thank you. Twisted tea.
Yes.
And he was doing that for months, and he was making a niche of it, and it was whatever. For whatever reason, I don't know, I don't care, he went sober. Completely fucking sober, man. And I am so happy because from what I understand, and again, it's none of my business how long he keeps his sobriety. That is not the point of why I'm bringing this up. What I'm saying is that he's inspiring people. The same way you inspire people when you're drinking and chugging to do the same thing, when you go sober, you inspire the people around you to go sober as well. So MikeAnthony, I know you've been sober for a long time. I'm currently doing Dry July.
My guy, there you go.
Well, I did January, February.
There you go.
Completely sober, and then I drank a little. So I give myself sober breaks, right?
Awesome.
Throughout the year.
I think
everybody should do that.
Yeah.
I'm not
Everybody
trying
needs
to
a
get
break.
on my freaking high horse. I'm not trying to say.
All of y'all need a dry. No,
but we all know it's not healthy drinking 4 to 5 days a week.
Oh no, it's
for
not.
years. So if you could take a week off, do that.
But
right?
and you say that because I never drank like heavily in the week, but I binge drink when I was drinking the weekend. So it made it seem like I was drinking all day long, every day of the week. But the sobriety, Jerry, if you're staying sober for a long time and you're inspiring people, I would encourage you to really think about that because it changes people's perspective, and also there's so much health benefits of being sober, and also you save a lot of money. So
right. Well, and I also want to talk to the people that are around these guys. Don't make it hard on them.
Oh,
Don't. Hey man, do this shot. Come on. Don't do that. First of all, those aren't your friends. I am blessed to be with dudes that they know when I start my sober journeys. Maybe they're not calling me so much, right? I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that gets dried real quick.
Yeah.
Your phone gets dried real quick.
He was like, oh, you're not drinking? He's like, oh, we're gonna invite you to a barbecue. I was like, I still want to come to the barbecue.
I still eat.
I'm not gonna drink, but I'm still fun. Trust me, I'm still fun. So I'm just saying that support your sober friends because it's not easy.
It's not.
It is not easy.
And we do have the 5K walk and run September 14th on National Sober Day, and September is actually National Recovery Month. So anybody that's fighting addiction problems, drugs, alcohol, pills, whatever it is, the 5K walk and run is to inspire and motivate and encourage people to either think about the life changes that they can do to improve them, or be supportive to a friend that actually is sober. So regardless if you're sober or not, you could be there to attend to support someone somehow, some way. And I've been sober for over 8 years.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. July 11th was my 3,000 day of my sobriety. And everyone has a journey and everyone has a story behind it. See, mine is so public that I tell people I had no choice. And then what I mean by that, and not to get more in depth to it, but I was going to go to prison. So it was like, go to prison or wake up and change your life. I said, I think I'm too pretty for prison, so I'm going to change my life. So, and I did. You know, I made that decision when the judge told me that. I turned pale white. I was sick to my stomach, and I said, I got to just change, you know? And that's what I did. I really mentally challenged myself. On April 24th, I was arrested in jail. I made a phone call to an ex that my family and friends loved. I called. She says, how did I know it was you or going to be you? There was a pause. Your mom would not be proud of me or proud of you, which my mom passed away in 2015, and this happened in 2016. And so that was an eye-opener. It was an aha moment. And therefore, that next day out of jail, I knew I had to go back to the bar, and I had to challenge myself. It sounds cliche, but I prayed to God, and I said, hey, let me just man the fuck up, and let me just get through the night. Let me not buy anyone shots, drinks. Let me not take anything. Let me just get through the night, because this is what I do for a living. And it was the longest night ever, and I remember everyone leaving the bar, and I remember it was like 2:15, 2:30. I went back home, said one more prayer, and never had a desire to drink or do drugs again.
You know, this is going to sound odd, me saying this, but you hitting rock bottom like that was probably the best thing that could happen to you. I needed that. Mm-hmm. Because what happens is a lot of people don't. They never hit that bottom, right? They always kind of teeter in this kind of confused state of mind to where they're functioning, they're doing well, everything looks good in their life and everything, right? Nothing's happening, but they've got this drinking problem, and it's a problem, right? So you hitting rock bottom, like you said, it forced you to make a decision, and thank God you made the right decision, obviously. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because I think that's awesome of you to be actually promote the sober thing.
Yeah, doing something like that is amazing, and hopefully you could be out there, you and your wife, and just walk and support. You know, it's for everyone to just show some love to everyone. So it's amazing, you know, what we're having put together. A shout out to my friends, Chris, Desmond, everyone that's also been sober with me, and you know, it takes a team effort to be accountable for one another, because sometimes you never know. Everyone goes through life problems, and you never know what someone's going through, even if they're, you know, putting on social media that they're having a good day. You never know what's really going behind their mind. So check on your people, you know. See, mental health is so important. So check on everyone, regardless if it's alcohol or drug related. Just check on people's mental health.
Well, and I think those kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
I mean, substance abuse and drinking and mental abuse go hand in hand. I mean, a lot of people are masking their mental issues with alcohol and drugs or whatever it is. So and it's amazing that there's people out like you that actually take a break and cleanse, you know, for a month or two, and it just, I mean, like, to each its own. Like, you have to look at your life and say where you were at and be accountable for yourself. Yes, and that's important, you know. And just look in the mirror and just be self-aware. Just be honest with yourself.
Shout out to Adrian with Double A Barbecue, Richie Rich.
Adrian Davila.
Shout out to y'all, you know, for tuning
Adrian?
in. We appreciate it. You know,
he has amazing barbecue.
He does have amazing barbecue, and he's going to be part of the barbecue festival next year. You know, I'll give you Adrian from Double A's Barbecue. He reached out to me about maybe 2 to 3 years ago. He's like, bro, do a barbecue festival. Barbecue festival. And finally, we got the barbecue festival going on. And it's going to, of course, be here at Smoke. And then Richie Rich told me to do the San Antonio Latin Festival. And we're going to be doing the Latin Festival, too, as well.
You got all kinds of things. Who else is shouting us out there? Who else is in there?
Just them two at this moment. So, and then there's other people watching. So, again, if you're watching, comment below. Let us know. I will say this is that here at Smoke Skybar, you know, it took a process. It took a team effort for everyone. Again, there's a beautiful view of the whole entire city, and this is the place to be. You know, celebrate a special occasion, your birthdays, your weddings, any kind of occasion. Just come over here. Let them take care of you. It is the best rooftop bar, in my opinion, in the city right now, because it's just, they have such a variety of different things that they can offer you.
This is probably the closest thing that we have to like a Atrium or Grand Central. What I mean by that is like a multi-venue facility, because you have Skybar, which is completely different from the mezzanine, which is completely different from Ash Bar, which is completely different from Sports Bar, which is completely different from the whole outside area. So we can hold 4,000 people here.
And they done that almost.
Yeah. It was C-Vent.
Yep.
That was huge.
That was huge.
That was awesome.
That was a beautiful event right there to see. You know, so the grand opening, again, what day is it?
It's going to be happening this Saturday, July 20th.
Okay.
And we have a lot more stuff that we're going to be rolling out. Adrian just put out the flyer today.
Okay.
So we're just going to be
there we go.
ramping it up and getting all this
Okay,
down.
how can someone be involved? If someone wanted to be like, hey, I want to be involved in the grand opening, do they have an opportunity on that?
Absolutely.
Or you know, or if they want to book a reservations and all that.
I'm going to give you my personal
there
number
you go.
because I do catering and I also do venue rentals and everything in between. So 210-723-6014, guys. I can take care of all your catering needs, whether it's 500 or 500 people. It doesn't matter. We've done Standard Arrow. We did 700 brisket sandwiches. Boeing, Walmart, Amazon distributing centers. So,
amazing.
Yeah, we deal with some very big clients. As a matter of fact, for the next 14 days, we are doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner for some of the Red Cross workers.
Oh, wow.
That are doing, so we have government contracts as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think a lot of people realize this, but a large percentage of our revenue comes from catering. I mean, like probably over 50%.
That's amazing.
That is, yeah. So a lot of people don't realize that catering is a big part of what we do. So for all your catering needs too, 210-723-6014, guys. Not only do we do barbecue, we do Chinese, we do Mexican, we do all kinds of stuff, man.
A variety
of food, and we do it very well. Chris Benitez does a wonderful job. So for all of your venue and catering needs, call me.
Nice. Okay, so now with the Skybar having the official grand opening, what is expected for every weekend after that? Is it going to be open with DJs? Is it going to be open like just for the older crowd? What's the details on that?
That's a really good point. So on Mondays, we're going to continue doing kind of DJs like we have right now.
Yes, okay.
Tuesdays, we do acoustic music.
There you go, acoustic music.
And then Wednesday, we do 210 on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, we do acoustic. On Thursdays, we do Latin night.
Okay.
And then Fridays and Saturdays, we always have some type of banging concert or some type of event going on.
Nice.
So it's hard to say what's going to be going on because we have so many events coming our way. So I encourage everyone to follow us on all of our social media platforms.
Now, you know what I do want to talk about a little bit? What the transition from Brewster's to Smoke?
Okay, we're going to go... Okay, so
no, because and this is all not scripted, y'all.
You're right.
So he didn't even know I was gonna ask him this.
No, I
didn't.
Know?
So for those that followed Norman, I mean Wild West to Brewster's, and he takes pride and he's the face. Like he goes out there, like he promotes the shit out of these bars and everything. So when I saw the transition, I was like, wow. And I love it. I love that he's part of the Smoke team. Don't get me wrong, because I think that's a big, like, he's like, you know, a big asset to them because he brings so much to the table. So when I saw that transition, I was like, hell yeah, I loved it. So how did you make that transition and what, I'm not asking you what happened. I'm asking you about the transition of like how did it go? What made you make that decision, and are you happy with the decision?
Quick answer is absolutely yes. I am happy. But, so yes, how can you not be? Come on now. This place is amazing. So, ironically enough, I was at Bentley's hoping to bump into Adrian because they were doing like a Texas bar and nightclub meeting. And at that time, I was no longer with Brewster's, and I wanted to talk to him about ERC, which is something completely unrelated. Mm-hmm. So, when I told him that I was no longer with Brewster's, he was like, Norm, you got to come work for me. I was like, hold on, let me think about this, because I was still kind of mulling through some stuff. And then he got a hold of my brother, and he was like, look, I don't know if you have any kind of decision, but I would love for your brother to come work for me. So I was like, okay. So then met with Adrian, met with Chris. They took me out to breakfast, and they kind of told me their vision. They told me about this before it was even happening. Yeah. And I was like, hey, I'm on board. I want that. I want that.
That's amazing.
I want this because if I'm being honest, it allows me to further my talents with a growing company.
Yeah.
Right? I know that I can help this company go to the next level with all my resources, with
Yes.
all my experience, with all my networking. So that's what I intend to do. You know, I was on KLMO on Saturday. I'm doing this today. I'm doing another podcast tomorrow. I'm doing another podcast on Wednesday, and I'm doing another podcast on Thursday.
There you go. Let's go.
So it's just about networking. It's about, you know, getting with people like yourself, you know, and I think
building relationships.
So the transition actually was pretty easy because when I was opening Bruce's Backyard Ice House, Adrian was moving from that old building to this one, and I actually helped him. He called me. He's like, "Hey, Norm, you got that big white truck? Can you help me? I got to be out of the building by the end of the day."
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm on the way. So can I cuss? I'm sorry. So I got.
I've been cussing.
Yeah. Got in the truck and I helped him move for the rest of the day.
Oh wow.
So I saw this thing when it was.
I know, right?
Nothing, dude.
It's crazy.
Nothing. I didn't see his vision, if I'm being honest. I was like, what are you going to do here? And he was like, well, I'm only paying X amount for that. And I was like, okay, I see what you're going to do. So that's how it kind of took. Adrian and I have known each other because I helped him move from that other building over here. And then so when it came time for him to extend the hand to me, I jumped on that opportunity. And, you know, Bruce's Backyard Ice House, it's no longer in business, unfortunately.
No longer in business, yeah.
It went out of business exactly 1 year after they decided to part ways with me. I'm not going to go into details about that.
No, you don't have to.
But I just got
Unless you want to.
No, I'm not. No. I always like to move forward.
No, there you go.
Forward thinking,
no.
you know. And
but everything happens for a reason,
yes.
you know. I think as a promoter, I remember I helped out a lot of restaurants and bars, and I'll give you an example. I do these karaoke contests, right? And I remember one restaurant in particular, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do the karaoke contest on our own." I was like, "All right, if you want to."
Right.
I was like, "Fine." And then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do the Sunday ticket on our own," because I did all their promotions for a whole year, and they loved it, right? Successful and all that, success on it. And then the next year, they were like, "We're gonna just follow your lead and take over." I'm like, "It's not the same, y'all.
Right.
It's not the same, but you can go ahead and do it." And they launched it. Nobody showed up.
Right.
Nobody showed up to their karaoke. Nobody showed up to their Sunday ticket. So, and then unfortunately, they closed their business the next 2-3 years.
They didn't value you. They didn't see the value in you.
And I think people need to realize that. You see these events, like even with the brunch festival or these festivals, people think like, "Oh, I can do that." It takes a lot of work. It's a numbers game. You have to talk to, if I get 20 vendors to commit, you think I only talk to 20? I talk to at least 65.
Right.
And when we put it out there, we have 65 that say yes, and then it goes down every week.
Right.
Oh, I can't do it. All right, this happens. And then you go down to the last week, and then you get last minute vendors. Hey, is there still one spot for me? Because I can do it. All right, boom. It's a numbers game. But the thing is that if it was easy, then everyone would be doing it.
And to your point, I think that's what it was, right? They were like, well, let's just cut ties with Norm and bring this other guy in, and he was supposed to do the social media stuff. No, I mean,
not just playing.
I don't know. I don't want to name call.
Bunch of knuckleheads.
But I mean, the guy that took over social media and was supposed to do what I was doing, so to speak, didn't succeed, obviously, and then went on social media. He actually went on TikTok and called me out by name.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he called me out by name.
Why?
And he says that I was 85% responsible for the place going out of business.
Whoa.
Yeah, 85%.
How did you take that?
I didn't say anything. I don't got time to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what happened.
I know what happened. So I'm gonna get a shirt that says 85% because the truth is, when I left, I didn't say anything to anybody about it.
No, you didn't.
I went
radio
radio
tell me.
silent.
Yes.
No one knew.
I think this is the first time you're talking about it.
It is. This is actually. It is because it's out of business now.
Yeah.
And karma. I mean, come on, guys.
Right.
And you know.
I wish we had the sound effect. The door closed.
Yeah. And again, I don't. There's a lot I can say on this.
Yes,
Trust me, a lot. But I'm not going to.
No,
that's
I'm
going to
good.
move forward.
Yes.
Because I think that Bruce's Backyard Ice House could probably be coming back soon.
Oh. Never say never. That's
Bruce's Backyard Ice House. The south side of San Antonio deserves a good family gathering place like Bruce's Backyard Ice House. And if I can bring back Bruce's Backyard Ice House, I'm going to. And Adrian and I are already in discussions. So
See, hey, you get a little sneak peek,
Little bit.
of what might come, and you know that's good. I always like getting exclusives, especially here on Late Nights with All Access.
That's a big exclusive.
That is a big exclusive.
That's a big one.
And and again, this goes based on relationships, y'all.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure if I was just an average person, he probably wouldn't be talking to me saying that.
No, but Mike knows my journey. Mike knows
I do.
my journey.
I've seen the journey. It's been amazing to see you from Wild West, and I'm glad that. I always get shocked when someone knows what I do or the craft that I'm in, and then they actually see the value, because you said that earlier, and he saw that right away, and then you introduced me to, I think, Mark, and then they went to Hotel Discotheque and saw what I was doing, and they're like, let's bring that over here. So it's amazing it feels good. I feel honored when people, see, the hard work, because we need that. Everybody needs to see that sometimes.
People don't put enough money and resources into advertising and marketing.
That is so true.
I don't think they realize how important it is. I remember I'd be on meetings at Wild West and Midnight Rodeo, and they'd be talking about these budgets for the radio. I'm like, just give me that budget and let me see and watch what I can do on social media.
Yeah.
Like, radio, it's nice, but it's just a cast. You're just throwing a big net and you're hoping to catch a couple of fish. If I could talk specifically to my clients, then let's do that. Social media really is.
And you've done a phenomenal job with your social media going live. Like, seriously, he goes live, and it's great because you actually use the power of social media, because it captures the audience that's already following you.
And it's never scripted. My life's like
you're consistent though.
Yeah, I'm consistently.
And he just
crazy.
goes up there and be like, he does it so many times with me, and I'm just like, I'm ready for it. So
right, I think there's this part of a natural state of mind, like just like right now, like this isn't scripted. We're just talking two buddies. Like there's something that's very genuine that I think that comes off through the camera. Like people they don't want to hear a freaking scripted whatever.
I think people want to hear real conversations. And before we wrap up our podcast for this episode, let me ask you. You've been in the industry for so long. You know a lot of DJs, and I've asked you this prior. Who are your top 5 DJs in the city right now? In the city, top 5.
Oh my God, you can't do that to me.
We did it.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do, and you're not gonna like this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I can't answer this question because let me tell you why. I'm in the executive office 9 to 5. I'm disconnected from the game a little bit.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Give you that.
Like,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
And stuff.
Okay, I'll give you that. So what about when you, with the DJs that you have worked with? Which one would you? Which one?
Anderberg.
Which one would you give their flowers to right now? The ones that you have worked with.
Absolutely, Pete Anderberg. Pete Anderberg taught me how to beat mix with the BPMs.
Okay.
He taught me how to do that. He taught me how to do voiceovers.
Okay.
He taught me how classifications of songs.
Okay.
He taught me so much. And he was the head DJ for Midnight Rodeo for 30 years.
Where's he at now?
I don't know. Winchester's?
Winchester.
I think he's at Winchester. I think he does karaoke over at Winchester.
There you go.
But that dude, I'm telling you, he was Midnight Rodeo. He was the one who came up. He would script all the songs out before we even opened. So he knew what was going to be played, when it was going to play. He knew when his voiceovers were going to come in. He knew he was going to do birthday announcements. Wow. He was really good with interacting with the guests and stuff like that. So, yeah, definitely Pete Anderberg.
Nice.
Definitely Pete Anderberg.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you another question.
Oh, hit me.
All right. So, with barbecue, obviously you have barbecue here. What are some other barbecue restaurants that you like?
Double A Barbecue.
Okay.
I will not say Bill Miller's. Do not go to Bill Miller's.
I like the lemon pie, y'all.
There's one in Austin. What is it, Blackies? What is it, Blacks? What
Black?
is it called? Blacks. Yeah. Is that in Austin? Yeah. I think it's called, I'm not sure of that one. It's called Blacks or something like that.
Okay. Blacks?
I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not saying that right,
don't cancel us.
Don't cancel me. I look black, so relax, people. That's it. Honestly, I eat the brisket here all the time.
You know the
barbecue
brisket is
here.
so delicious here.
We're cranking out anywhere from 20 to 30 briskets a day.
Wow.
A day. So
Now-
it comes out fresh.
On social media, did you see that trend of the Haktua girl?
Yes.
And what'd you think about that?
I saw it immediately and I thought,
You know that she's getting a lot of deals.
Yeah.
Like she's taking this 15 seconds of fame and writing it out. Do you think that like what's your input on that?
I'm okay with it because they caught her when she was drinking. She gave a genuine answer.
Yes, she did.
And it went viral.
Yep.
So I don't have a problem with it. I just hope that she doesn't make that her image forever. Like she has an opportunity with her 15 minutes to go in a different direction.
Yes.
I mean, you don't want to be known as a girl who's spitting on it. Like what?
Right.
And if you're gonna go in that direction, then go in that direction. Then
Yes.
you know, because I'm sure whatever Pornhub has reached out to her already.
Probably. I wouldn't
I'm
doubt
sure
it.
they have.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what's so crazy though is
What are
that
your thoughts?
My thoughts are that write it out, girl.
Yeah.
Like make it worth something. She actually got her IG started. She's answering all these questions that people thought she was this and this and this and this.
Right.
She's clarifying it. She's making it straight.
She
to the
wasn't
point.
a teacher.
Yeah. So
her dad wasn't a
pastor. Yeah.
So
So it's like she's like kind of setting the stage for herself and getting invited. And I think people that look at her like it's wrong. I mean, like go say something that may get you viral.
any one of us would do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Any one of us.
And that's the power of social media, y'all.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you just never know what video is going to hit. That's why I always tell people, like, just go live and just do your
Yes.
thing. Just don't
Do
be
it.
afraid to do it. Just do it. You may not be great the first, second, third time, but at some point you'll get good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, who cares?
Who cares,
You're
y'all?
getting the point is to get the word out, whatever you're promoting,
Yep.
right? So however you do that doesn't matter.
I know. I mean, again, to tell you that you do a great job promoting everything that you do. So one more time.
Thank you.
When is the grand opening? Once more.
Grand opening here at Skybar is happening this Saturday, San Antonio, Texas, July 20th. Follow all of our social media platforms on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, with more announcements coming soon. Lots of giveaways and stuff like that.
What about any special events coming for this month in July that you know about already that you can start sharing?
Off the top of my head,
Or any concerts?
off the top of my head, I can think of the Rhythm and Beats happening.
Okay,
Not
Rhythm and
this
Beats.
Sunday, but
There you go.
next Sunday. Rhythm
Okay.
and Beats is a whole nother vibe, guys. We have like 4 or 5 different DJs, and it's a vibe. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Okay.
But again, follow our Facebook because we literally come up with events and we promote them like
Yep.
the next day. Like we're
And
doing
it's
that.
Smoke Skybar, right?
Smoke Skybar, guys.
All the way
Yes,
across.
Smoke Skybar.
What about if they want to follow you?
Norm Velez on TikTok? It's Nightlife Norm.
There you go.
Nightlife Norm.
Nightlife
TikTok.
Norm, okay?
Yes, get me to 3K. I'm barely at 3K followers.
Hey, that's amazing, man.
Yay.
Well, thank you again for
Thank
being on
you.
the podcast. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Everyone, make sure to tune in next Monday night at 10 p.m. And, we appreciate the love and support. As always, make sure to support local.
Or we will find you.